Our next guest is well known for entertaining the nation with his impressions of well-known GAA personalities on the Joe Show and SportsJOE Live.
Yes, Impressionist Conor Moore, a.k.a. Conor Sketches from Joe.ie, joins us now. This is all kind of a bit mad, isn't it, for you, Conor, in terms of the YouTube stuff and the Joe.ie? How did
Up for the match last night.
Up for the match last night. How did you start in it, and what gave you a break into YouTube and Joe.ie?
It's a good old-fashioned GAA story. There was actually a row in a match about a year ago, at this time a year ago, in Mullingar, and I kind of took the mick out of the match with a Joe Brolly kind of thing. And before that, I'd done them a couple of years ago, but I didn't realise I could do them to that extent.
Yeah.
When I did it, then it went online, and I don't know, the boys at Joe.ie got onto me and they were like, "Do you do this?" But I didn't do it at the time, and they were Paddy McKenna and them. They were saying, "Listen, go off, practice, set up a page,
Write a bit.
We might do some work, in the future."
But you love doing you love writing it.
Yeah, like
Because you were saying, because I said that earlier on, that you do some of the, like if you watch Conor stuff on YouTube, it's brilliant, some of the Klopp and Mourinho and Wenger, but you kind of enjoy writing more about the GAA boys.
Yeah, I just grew up in like a real GAA school, everything, all my friends and stuff. I just get it more.
Yeah.
And you feel like you know the characters a bit better, and there's great characters in the GAA, especially on TV.
That's a good point you make, because we heard the opinions of some of the players and former players there, but we all want to hear what Joe Brolly has to say about today's match. Who is Joe Brolly tipping for today?
Well, it's very, very interesting, what they ask me. It's going to be a great, really absorbing contest. It's going to be exhilarating. It's going to be back and forth. It really is. And that's just the crack with me and Spillane I'm talking about. I look forward to it.
I love that. And also, he says nothing.
Yeah.
He asked him who's going to win. Didn't tell you.
Yeah. Throws the hand back.
He always knows after it, though.
But by the way, Joe has been a help to you, has he?
Massive. He genuinely has been so good to me since I started. Even my first week in Joe, he did an interview with me. He didn't even know who I was, and like that, he just I'll do it with you. And then even that day, he gave me just such good advice. Amazing. I still have it on video. Like, and I watch it back sometimes, where he's just like, "Just get into trouble, make a name for yourself." He's like, he was saying, just have fun with it. Like, he was like, make sure you look like you're enjoying it. Like, people buy into that as well. Like, don't be hesitant, just throw yourself into it, and don't be trying to make friends with people. Just have the crack with it. Yeah.
What's the one that gets the biggest reaction?
Without doubt, Loughnane. Without doubt.
So how's Ger feeling ahead of today's game? Is he excited about it?
Absolutely not. I have to say, I think football is pure crap. I can say that, can I? Pure constipated football. That's what you're going to see today. Give me hurling any day. Very upset the hurling's over. You know yourself.
Will you even watch it today, Ger, now?
Absolutely not. I'll probably go shooting or hunting or do something like that.
Right.
Davy Fitz is coming up, by the way, on TV3, Living with Lucy.
That's right,
during the week. So, but I mean, we got the real thing here, haven't we? What's Davy think today?
I'm not saying a word, so I'm not. I know your game, pal. You were trying to get it on me, the other fella as well. Funny man there on the couch, And listen, I'm only a small little fish, so we leave it at that. I'm not saying a word.
Someone else who you employed your methods with in terms of watch them was a fella who did a bit of work with me, and you watched that particular clip. The Dubs legend, Bernard Brogan. Do you think Bernard will see a bit of action today? Will he get on? How long will he get on?
Yeah, look, looking forward to the game. It's going to be great crack, And look, whatever happens today, I'll make sure I plug a few companies and make a few pounds, so I'll be grand, you know what I mean? Really enjoyed the crack I had with you that day in the car.
Yeah.
I downloaded on my phone, actually, that video clip. That's what I used to study Bernard's his voice.
And how, like, if you were picking a new one, say if it's someone you haven't done before, how much work do you have to put into it physically to get them right before you're ready to air them, say, on Joe.ie?
It's weird. Some of them you can just pick up. I remember doing McIlroy for a long time. I couldn't get him. And then one day I listened to an interview and he said the words Turkish delight. And I was like, Turkish delight? And I swear to God, that
could also
word,
be Graham McDowell as well, though, couldn't it?
Yeah. Close enough.
They are.
That just, I don't know. I started being able to talk to him as soon as I got one line or something. And a lot of the impressions, like my favourite for impressions, I love après-match.
Yeah.
I think they're the top, like Richard Cooper, Barry Murphy and the boy. I think they're class. But I think it's not just about the impression either, the voice. Like, it's about like the mannerisms. People want to laugh at it more than...
Yeah.
It's a bit like drawing a picture of you. I draw a picture that looks like you. You're like, that's very good. Or I draw a caricature.
You're
like, that's very good. And that's funny.
Don't you?
Well, with Dunphy, it's the pout, isn't it? It's the
the boys. I think the boys, and for me, they're just brilliant. Like, I was just watching a thing the other night. They're 20 best, and I was like laughing my head off.
Who's next on the horizon for you? Are you working on someone now?
Are you unveiling anybody soon?
At the minute, not really. I have to focus on the Premier League a bit more now. The GAA, what I'm looking forward to doing now is actually still on SportsJOE Live. We have a show every Wednesday night at 9:30 with the boys, and we're the GA is over now.
Yeah.
So I've got to do a lot of videos
Bit of Joe
without.
sex.
Well, let's
Yeah.
leave the last
That'll
word
be-
to give us a couple of words about a prediction from Pádraig Harrington.
Well, look, you know, I predict that my cholesterol will be very low this weekend. That's all I can say.
But it's again, you can see it on SportsJOE. I do a lot of sketches and stuff on SportsJOE. I work with a lad, Gary Carroll, very closely. Like I get an awful lot of the credit, like
Yeah.
for everything. But I work with a fella, Gary Carroll, who does the computer stuff, which like makes the sketches go
lifts
from
it.
good
This
to
is great
brilliant.
stuff.
And he's excellent. Like
Well, we're going to be hearing an awful lot more from
Absolutely,
you.
yeah. Continued
done.
success to you.
Cheers, lads.
Great
Thanks.
stuff.
Thanks for
We're
coming
doing
in.
us next time, though.